So I'm walking through this little park by where Susan and I live, and we really have suspected there's been some Sasquatch activity over here, almost undoubtedly. Now that said, we found a lot of activity where children are making stuff too, so, you know, like I've always said, I'm talking about structures, like I've always said, you know, it can be an effort on behalf of the Sasquatch people, it can be an effort on behalf of, you know, human people, and it can be a joint effort. And I think in many cases, a lot of them in here are joint efforts. Some of these in here are just undeniably Sasquatch. And I think I might come across one of those in a bit. Anyway, I just wanted to relate a really, really cool story that happened today when Sue was in here. And this kind of stuff is happening to her all the time. I mean, this is happening to her frequently. And it's, she puts out a message to the universe and she gets it delivered, or she gets the answer. And in a really profound way, not just like in a thought or something along those lines, but in an actual physical thing at times. And what I'm referring to is we've got this camping trip coming up in a few weeks. Well, actually in September. And we need like sleeping bags, camp chairs, and a few other things for people who are flying in. And recently, Sue found a camp chair that was left right by the dumpster in our apartment, but it was just left there just as she was thinking about, you know, that she needed camp chairs and whatever. So yeah, that could be a coincidence, sure. Although it was perfect shape and it didn't really ring true as to being a coincidence. And you know, when examined in context to some of the other things that have been happening to her, I really don't think it is. Like for instance, in this park I'm walking in right now, just this morning, Sue came here, and as she was walking around, she was thinking, geez, you know, I really do need some camp chairs and some of the stuff. She was worrying about it for some of the people that we have invited to the September camp out. And right at the entrance to the park, and this is first thing in the morning, this is like even before it was light out, really, really early, there was a camp chair sitting right at the entrance. Oh no, I'm sorry, no. This is even better. No, let me back up. She walked into her regular entrance, and this park is only like a 5 or 10 minute, you know, walk around the entire thing. So she walked in the entrance. There's nothing to be seen. There's no camp chair. As she walks out and goes out the same entrance 5 minutes later, or roughly, there's a perfectly preserved camp chair there, sitting there, just as she was thinking about camp chairs and that she needed it. Now, I know that seems far-fetched, but honestly, with the stuff that I have experienced, and especially with what I've experienced with Sue's experiences, this is very, very common to her, this kind of stuff. And so it's like she put the thought out there, and they dropped that camp chair off there, I swear. It's the only explanation I can think of. Now when I talk about, okay, I'm looking at this thing right here. Now this is another one that I do not think is made by people. Check this out. Oh, that I just shoved in there. And there were a couple branches. I think it was this one. There might have been one more. Anyway, they were part of the living tree, and they were snapped off when they were green, and they were just kind of like snapped, like typical Sasquatch stuff. Definitely something a person couldn't do. You know, because these pieces were like, you know, of this thickness. I hope in hell that I could twist that or snap that off. So yeah, I would definitely consider this to be Sasquatch. Yeah, the pieces that were snapped but not broken, and were just like propped up, or at least actually kind of supporting it. I'm not really sure how I would describe it. But anyway, typical tree snaps were there yesterday night. So they're gone since this morning, sometime between overnight and this morning. Yeah, it was even more compelling with those snaps. You know, people who find them will know what I mean, but yeah, anyway, I do consider that to be a Sasquatch structure, this one. So yeah, it's amazing how the universe answers, you know, the requests and the possible glove. You know, when sticks fall on the ground, I mean, you know, they're going to get crossed. You're going to get X's and stuff and crosses sometimes. So you got to be pretty discerning with that too. But still, that could be a possible glove. Some of them are beyond possible. They're absolutely, there's no question about it. That one's a maybe. Just a possibly. So yeah. So like I said, it's amazing, and you know, like it wasn't just these two incidents with the camp chairs when Sue was needing camp chairs for our camp out. This kind of stuff's been happening to her for a long time. A couple times I left infinity symbols, figure eights, when she would find something, just as an extra, you know, clue that as to who delivered the gift or who delivered the blessing, and you know, just extra proof. So very, very quiet in here today. Yeah, but all kinds of stuff, like I said, all kinds of stuff going on with her in regards to that. Just you know, like she puts something out to the universe and it delivers, and it's actually quite remarkable. And I'm thinking, is there another step we can take that, or she can take that? I don't know. Do you want to look at it scientifically? Do you want to try to see if you can have the desire and the reaction kind of thing, or do you just want to just kind of let it flow with the universe and just, you know, the knowing that we're all connected, and you know, a perfect illustration of that. That might be the way to go. I don't know. Fine line, I guess. But in any event, like I said, yeah, when Sue showed me that camp chair, there's a little crow feather. You know, that actually looks like a Y. What is that? Is that a Y? Man, Sasquatch connected? Certainly appears to be. I'm kind of rambling, but yeah, there is a lot of magic in this world, and pay attention to the subtle things. And, I think that as people open up, expand their consciousness, these kind of things become, I don't know if I would say commonplace, but they become more frequent, and you understand and you recognize and you see the connections and everything more readily, and you know, illustrations of that factor are painted on a broad, rich canvas for you to experience for yourself. So it's a beautiful world, it's a magical world, and feel blessed.